What's going on, family? Peace, love, and happiness. Spiritual Scott in the present moment with you, and you. How's it going, everybody? Sending out positive energy. Take it, and take it. Today, I want to talk about emotions, feelings, mental health, just that kind of broad topic. So, for me, on my experience so far in this thing that we call the human experience. Obviously, we have emotions. That's the part of being human. We like good emotions, though. We like the better feeling emotions because they make us feel good. That's exactly what it is. Emotions make us feel human. And if you're lacking emotion, you can be depressed or anxious or lower frequency and vibration. And when you're depressed, I've been there. I know what it's like to be depressed. I know what it's like to be depressed and suicidal, sad, bored with things that, shouldn't bring you boredom, or at least boredom when you're bored of doing these regular things. It's because maybe you're meant to do more. But then when you go on the journey within, you start your spiritual path, obviously it can be hard. It can be dark night of the soulish, or it can be depressing, realizing that depression isn't all what it seems. It's more to be healed. But at the same time, it's a journey. That's the word it is. It's a journey. There's gonna be those ups and downs. Life's a roller coaster, but it's how you let it affect you, and don't let it affect you in those negative ways. And if it does, if you get triggered, if something affects you, then that's just something you have to work on. If you want to work on that, though, people can be mad and angry their whole life, or people can use something external to help them cope or help them with that certain thing. But then in reality, are those really helping in the long run, in the short run, in any variation? For me, for example, when I was, so let's put it when I was 13, I got diagnosed with Tourette's and OCD, ADHD. And for the most part, I did have certain things that could have characterized those different disorders, but what are those disorders to start with? Just because a certain amount of people have them, they classify it in that area. When I get it. It's when it comes to mental health, it's a whole vast different topic. Nothing is specific. Everything is malleable in this universe, So this, we'll go back to Tourette's, right? Whatever. I twitched. I had tics. I was uncomfortable. But why? I get it. Yeah, you can take pills. And the pills didn't work. What really worked the time was smoking weed. Or when I grew up. I dealt with the twitching from most of my childhood. And most through elementary school, through high school. Twitching until I started smoking weed. And then it helped. Because it helped reduce the stress and the anxiety. Which then I realized, maybe it wasn't just Tourette's. Maybe it was twitching and having tics because of so much shit going on in my life, so much external that was affecting me because I wasn't aware of that. And I had to go through that to have my spiritual awakening. I had to go through those things to help me level up, help me expand certain awareness, certain experiences. But then the meds, the side effects, I was just sleeping all the time. Sleeping in class, sleeping after school, whatever it was. Then when I was 16, I just got a job. So I was working almost full-time while having full-time school, while being on meds that didn't work. And that just made me tired. So I realized where that buildup of more anxiety, more stress came from. And yes, that we use these words to classify certain things. We use these words to describe because it's the language, anxiety. Yeah, I have it. I was depressed for the longest time. But that's just to explain it. It's not just these meds, they don't just fix it. And that's exactly it. It's just for money, to profit, capitalize on these the pharmacy company, and I'm not saying stop taking your meds, but that's what I did. All the side effects were horrible, and then I went back on them after 6 months. And the whole time I would smoke weed, I would drink, I would party, and they never worked. None of it worked. All of it is just a suppressing substance. It shoves it down. It numbs the pain. It takes away what you want to feel, what you need to feel to heal. That's the whole point. You have to go through the experience and these emotions, but don't live in them. Don't cry and feel bad for yourself all the time. But yes, you can have those certain times where you cry. Don't victimize yourself. Don't be like, I'm the victim of everything, or else you'll stay in that mindset. You'll be stuck in these certain ways of living. And like the emotions, like that's what, even on this spiritual path, is like, you're not allowed feeling emotions, or you'll attract certain things in your life, or in general, like you'll feel shitty your whole life, but it's like you're allowed to feel it, And in my depression phase, when I started taking antidepressants, I was like 18, but I was depressed or sad and very lethargic since I was like 13, 14, and I fed off that. I use it as an excuse. So saying like, I have depression, and that's an excuse for why I'm sad, or why I'm make the decisions I make on a daily basis. I'm sad, I'm depressed, it's what it is. That's why I make these decisions. But once again, that's like a victim mentality, or that's like an excuse. There's always an excuse. And I needed that, though. I'll be honest, I needed those things to realize what really means something to me. And I'm still on that journey. I'm still on the journey to realizing, what do I desire? What really means anything to me, And although I'm not depressed, I'm not sad all the time. I'm not like in these lower states, lower vibrations, but I'm not in these higher vibes either. Sometimes, I can feel it, but then I just come down to a neutral standpoint. And I mean, nothing wrong with that, but it's like, I'm still on the journey with everybody else. Whether or not people are aware of their journey, whether or not they just want to stay occupied doing things that may or may not make them fully happy, or may not be really nourishing their soul, nourishing their mind, their body. But at the same time, it's like we're all on some type of journey, And whether you are like some drunk like I used to be, an alcoholic, a pothead, a stoner, whatever, on prescription and self-medication with marijuana and whatever, is at some point there's going to come a time where we all have a wake-up call, like we wake up to like, not just necessarily a spiritual awakening, but something to realize like, is this really serving me? I mean, yeah, it may be a short time fun experience, but is it really going to benefit me in the long run? Not just my body, not just my mind, my soul, my lessons I came here to learn. If you want to believe that type of thing, but even in general, you're here, I get it, you want to have fun. But what does drinking the pain away and smoking to numb the pain really do to have such a good time? That's why it's like, I don't get certain things. Like, I don't understand why things are happening, and maybe that's where you can grow, when you don't understand. It's fine to admit, I don't understand. It's fine to admit, like, I'm not okay, I'm sad, I'm depressed, or like, I'm happy, and whatever, but don't live there. But you can experience it. You need to feel those breakdowns to have a breakthrough. And I mean, yeah, life's been different, especially with this fake shit that's going on in the world, but we need that. We need that to realize what is important and what we can do to make a more sustainable life for ourselves, for generations on, for the earth. And just like realize what we need, which is love. And maybe that's like what all of us need. We need love, And it's not just going to start with a huge collective, it has to start with yourself to change. You have to ignite that spark within yourself, become fully embodied with it, and then share it. Help other people, help themselves, heal yourself first, but you can still help people, It's like, but don't just keep giving from an empty cup. Give people from your cup, but also overflow your cup so you have more to give. You have that abundance you can give. We all have the abundance. It's just realizing that it's there, letting go, trusting that it's there, accepting that we're fucking human. You know, that's all there is. We're humans, and we're meant to have connection. We're meant to have emotions. And good emotions, yeah, they feel good. You know, these feelings like of love, positivity, excitement. That's what we want, you know? And for me, it was like, for the longest time, yeah, I liked it because I was so ignorant to everything. Although I thought I was more ego based. And now it's just like, I'm not ego based. Like I want things, yeah, I desire certain things in my life. Like I want a motorcycle again. I want like a motorcycle. I want a Tesla with vegan leather seats. I want love, though, you know. It's not just material. Yeah, we live in the material plane, so I want material things because that's how it is, you know. I want a motorcycle not just because I'm badass with a motorcycle, because it's fun. You know, we can have fun with these certain things, and that's where I'm having even difficulties with, you know, like fun in general. Yeah, fun to me isn't just like doing drugs anymore, you know, or getting all fucked up and going to parties and stuff like that. Because I realized I was never comfortable in those situations anyways. I was just using them because it was cool or because it was so far from my truth that I thought it was my truth. I was taking on everybody else's perspectives in life, everybody else's truths. And although maybe that's what they think their truth is, maybe it's not, though, you know, but it wasn't my truth. Maybe I needed that to realize this, that that's not what I want anymore. But then what do I want? What do I really desire? It's not just the physical things, like I was saying, the motorcycle or the car, or a house to live in, a garden, you know. They're good, though, because like certain things help you connect with yourself. It's good to have these desires, because then what else would we be? If we didn't have the desires, we would just be nothing new. We'd just be this and this and this. I don't know. There's just something about it that's like, you have to have the desires. The desire to do better in your life, too. The desire to grow, to learn, to expand, to evolve in any different aspect, like physically, spiritually, emotionally, mentally, psychologically, psychically. And yeah, when it, like my saying in the beginning of all my videos, peace, love, and happiness, it didn't just come to me. I mean, it was pretty easy, and I was saying certain things like that for a long time, but peace, like, I want inner peace, because I want to be at peace with myself, or else I don't want to be stressed, anxious, depressed all the time, or in general. I want to have that inner peace, and then with the inner peace comes outer peace, whether it be in my existence, my energy field, within my family, my friends, the world, or my city, my country, my world, you know, stuff like that. Love, self-love. I'm working on that all the time, you know. As much as I want to change my body, I want to change certain things about it, doesn't mean I'm like so struck on like, oh, I gotta have this, and this about my body. It's like I'm accepting myself for who I am, for what I am, what I have. And I have the vision of that's what I want, though, and then I'll work towards that. Doesn't mean I'm not going to be happy at any point of the journey. Doesn't mean I'm going to be happy at any point of the journey. But it's how I'm letting that affect me. How I'm letting the external affect my internal. And it's like, yeah, as within, so without. As above, so below. So, and then happiness. Happiness is I want to be happy before I can... And that's what I want, you know, the basic, like peace, love, and happiness. And then happiness within. And then I see happiness more in my community, more in the world. More love, peace, and happiness, spreading it. And that's how it works. Certain people around the world have some type of awakening and realize, yo, that's what we need. All we need is peace, love, and happiness. So then they start within. Then they spread it around. And then with the collective energies, with people that more people start realizing, shit, I don't want to be doing these drugs or doing something that's not authentic within myself. Whether or not you think it's authentic, maybe it's not. You know, that's how we are. We're love. So why don't we love ourselves and then love others? Like, that's, like, you know how much better the world would be if we respected all life forms, loved all one another, and had that peace. And, like, I'm not saying you have to be, like, speak your truth, but what if everybody was feeling so blissed out and good and happy and positive. You know, it'll take time. Yeah, it's not just going to be tomorrow or next week or next year. It's going to be years. But like, it's good to really have that vision, hold that vision that we can become something more than what's been going on for a long time, suffering. And you know, although it's like some type of, like utopian futuristic type of vibe, it's like it's possible to have some more harmony, be more in harmony with people, with animals, with mother nature, mother Gaia, and like connect with ourselves. And yeah, we're advancing technologically, like new shit's gonna come out, but it has to be more authentic, you know, like if you're using Facebook, but all this new shit is like corrupted, and it's has their own agendas, psychologically manipulating and brainwashing different things. It's like, buy my product, buy my product. It's like, but that's what we're used to now, you know. It's like, so that's why we have to have that new change of where we're headed, because social media is good, you know, to use it, but don't abuse it, and don't let it abuse you. We have these things for a reason, to spread messages, to become more connected, but don't let the online presence become more community than real presence. You know, yeah, you can be online and meet people across the world, but then instead of just talking to them and stuff or playing games over online or whatever, go fucking visit them, you know, like, and spread that love. You meet them online or you have your community online, but then don't let the time being on that community online be more than your community in person, because human connection is the most important thing. That's why the suicide rates are up. That's why like all this mental health now is increasing, because loss of human connection and no feelings or emotions within anybody. Not everybody, but a lot of people, they're losing that connection. I mean, yeah, it's good to vibe alone for a while, and that's what I've been doing mostly this whole year, like, or last year. After my awakening in March, April, May, June, that type of area, I didn't have any friends. They either left my life, or I didn't go back to them or whatever, because that's all I was doing before, was like, oh, I need this person, or else I can't be alone. And then now I've been alone for the whole last year, basically. I mean, I hung out with maybe one or two people a little bit, and I tried going back to my old life, but it's like, that's not what I really wanted. I could have started back smoking weed every day. I tried smoking weed again, and I was like, no, it's not who I am anymore. Not just because I went through that drug-induced psychosis, but because I went through the awakening. I was like, I don't want to do that anymore. What's it going to do for me? You know, and like, when it comes to expanding and growing, we have to take those leaps of faith, but like calculated risks, you know, like, but at the same time, it's you know, it's a journey, that's for sure, and life is life, but we have to remember that we you know, it's emotions. What emotions do we really want to feel? You know, if you want to feel good, and that's like what, you know, I'm struggling with that too. I'm struggling with trying to see the light in all, you know, not just in people, in the world, and in everything in my own life, like what really means something to me, and what am I allowed to feel. You know, I felt like so stagnant and fixed. I just felt so fixed on like, I have to feel these certain ways, I have to do this, but before I used to be so much more like free flowing and allowing, letting go of everything, but at the same time I was so attached. But then when I smoked weed all the time, I was like, it's all good, everything's good, but then that wasn't getting me anywhere. It only got me to a certain point. But then now it's like, I'm so uptight and fixed and rigid, and it's like, well, I have to do my morning routine every day, the same thing, and my afternoon routine and my night, like, it's like I lost the logic in certain things. I was like, well, shit, I gotta just meditate all day, or just like meditate, go into nature, do this and this, but then where am I getting the money from? It's like, yeah, I get it. You got to follow your passions. But then what were my passions? It's like on the journey to finding myself, I lost myself. And maybe that's because I wasn't supposed to go searching for myself. I was supposed to let myself express through me. And maybe that's it. Like, I've only been on this spiritual awakening journey for, what is it, like 7-8 months now. And it's like, and I've learned so much. I've expanded, I've grown so much. But something feels missing. Even though there's nothing out there, but maybe that's what I gotta get rid of, that mentality. It's something out there that's not making me happy, but it's internally, and I feel emotions. Like, I feel happy some days, I feel positive and upbeat, but at the same time, it's like, it's overwhelming when you go through your awakening. I mean, at least on my journey, like, I was overwhelmed with all the information I watch on YouTube. Like, I was on 8-10 different videos a day of different spiritual YouTubers, and it's like, yeah, it's informative, but when do I come up with my own conclusions to things, or my own answers, I guess you could say, to the questions I have, instead of looking even external on YouTube videos? Yeah, it's good to watch people. Like, I watch like Infinite Waters, Ralph Smart every day, Aaron Doughty, spiritual YouTubers like that, But like, then all my information almost becomes a regurgitation of theirs. I piece together. Yeah, there's pieces to the puzzles that are within those, but when do you stop taking in everybody else's information and you bring it to your own? Like, and you come up with your own answers without anything external. Like, as much as I meditate like 40 minutes a day almost every day. Morning when I wake up, before bed, sometimes during the day. And like, I feel, I don't know, like the emotions are just not there. It's so neutral. It's so neutral, and I feel like I can't get excited about anything that's material, or just anything in general, or else I'm out of my presence. But then how can you enjoy it if you're so present with it? Like, it's like, oh, I'm getting a new TV, for example. It's like, yeah, it's exciting. I was like, oh, fuck, but if I feel excited about it, then, yeah. But then if I feel sad about it, then I'll manifest something sad, or I'll not enjoy it. But then if I enjoy it, when do you stop enjoying it without blocking some type of other blessing? I always felt like the universe is judging me in a way of like, yeah, we're blocking you on purpose. Everything's it's like, well, I've been on this manifesting law of attraction spiritual journey for like 8 months now, and I haven't attracted one thing. As much as I'm trying different things I want to create, like, is it because I'm not my authentic self, or maybe just I don't know what I want to actually create? It's like, yeah, I want love. I want to meet a soulmate partner, or twin flame, or something. Like, it's like, I don't want to be too specific. It's like, I just want that connection with somebody. I want to be able to wake up with a smile. And some days, yeah, I do. But I'm going through my own fucking personal issues too, and it's like, I don't know where I can find these certain answers when, yeah, we all know the answers are within ourselves, but it's like, I'm being real. Like, it's like, I'm going through like fatigue. Like, I sleep 12 hours a night most nights. Some days 9 or 10 or 11. And then I wake up still tired. And when I sleep less, or 8 for a few days, I'm still tired. I got bags under my eyes, the black under my eyes. I got like different problems that it's like, do you go see a doctor? And it's like, my doctor said there was nothing wrong when I got blood work a while back. And it's like, and I'm vegan, or vegetarian some days, vegan most days. And it's like, what is the base problem? It's like, it's so overwhelming when it's like, well, it could be this, it could be, maybe it's just saying sleep and let it happen. But that's what I have been doing. And then I want to film videos because I want to help other people, but I also want to just spread my message, spread what I've been through, my mess, in life so far, what I've learned. And then it's, oh, fuck money. But it's like, but escape the matrix. It's not working a regular job. But then how do I get money? My mom's paying for half the shit like buying right now. It's like I like she's not vegan. She doesn't eat healthy, so she's spending her money on for my food, and it's not even what I want. Like it's food I like, but I'd rather organic. I'd rather have my garden, but I'm in Canada and it's cold right now, so I can't grow my garden. And then there's talk of like, oh shit, the food shortages. There are gonna be food shortages and this and this and this. It's like, well, where the fuck is it gonna end right now? It's like I'm trying to live my life, but other, like, I don't know if whoever's watched this, I'm grateful for that, but like I want to hear people's feedback. I want to hear like how maybe you can help me, because I'm trying to just put out my messages, and if it helps somebody, it helps somebody, but like I need help. That's what I'm looking for. Like I'm trying to experience my life. I'm trying to live my life, but at the same time, it's when do I shut off everything else? Because I don't watch the news. I barely watch TV, and I watch it because my mom's watching it sometimes if she's there, and it's like, oh, but I feel like you're not allowed watching TV if you're spiritual. You're not allowed doing these certain things. Like you're not allowed going into regular stores that are like or watching a movie. I like The Walking Dead, the zombie show. Doesn't mean I'm gonna go fucking kill people over it. Like I used to be like that. I used to be obsessed over it. I gotta watch it every day on time. I want the zombie apocalypse to happen because I was sad and depressed. I was like, oh, well, then we don't have to worry about money. We don't have to. But before, I used to work a job. I worked 20 different jobs every fucking year since I was 16 or 16. I worked the same job for like 2-3 years, but then I started working 20 different jobs since I was like 19, 20, 21. I was 20 different jobs. I quit one job within like 4 hours. And I was never happy working jobs, but they got me the money to buy the drugs at the time, or just to buy weed and then buy alcohol at the bars and then pay my car insurance. And then when I went into a bankruptcy or a consumer proposal, it's like, when does it end? It's like, as much as I'm trying to help and trying to and have that vision of what I want and what I desire to create in my reality, it just seems like more shit comes, and then this happens and this happens. Then I started sun gazing, but I did it the wrong time. So then when my eyes, they got burnt. One of them, there's a little scar on it when I went to see the eye doctor. And as much as I'm trying to heal it with meditation, which is possible, it's just like, maybe that's why I'm not getting deep enough sleep and I'm feeling, and it's like this and this, different problems come up. And the fatigue, I'm dealing with that. So I can't have that vision. I'm so like, the mental clarity and the mental fatigue is like, well, I can't create this because I'm so tired. I'm so drained that I physically can't even do that. As much as I try, like I get these videos and it's like, okay, that's awesome. I'm helping other people. I'm putting my message out there, but where does the abundance flow back in? It's like I'm trying my best and it's like, but I don't see any results in any aspect. It's like I'm grateful for where I'm at, but at the same time, I feel like I've always had that suffering or that like lack. Like as much as I'm trying to not have that lack mentality or scarcity, or like it's like, but then it's like, now I don't have my phone bill this month because I spent it on other shit for my body, like my vegan protein powder, food that I want to eat, like, or some extra things that I have to buy, books that I like reading sometime, or every day I like reading mostly, but like I still want to buy certain things. It's like I don't care about clothes as much. Like, yeah, it's nice to have these things, but it's like I'm a minimalist kind of, like I don't need everything in the world, but I do want these certain things. Like I want the motorcycle, I want love. I don't just need a fucking, like whatever, like a car. It's like, yeah, a motorcycle would be nice, cool, and then a car for when I need a car in the winter and driving too with other people. But then love would be nice too, like having that companionship, having that connection, that deep connection with somebody, and just in general, like it's overwhelming. It's overwhelming, the journey. And as much as I try and turn off social media sometimes, I try and do a detox, it's like, but then I need it. And now I'm dealing with a court thing from when I was in my psychosis, and it's like shit just keeps coming. So I need my phone, but then I'm on social media because I'm not doing anything else. I'm filming a video, and then I feel like I should be doing more. Like I feel like I should be trying to create a course or do this and this and this. It's like, but why the fuck do I have to? It's like, why do I need to? It's like, well, I need to create some course or do this. It's like, what do I really want? It's like, man, I want to fucking own a business. But then at the same time, it's like, what do I want to own? It's like, it'd be cool to do these things, but then when you do them, it's not as fun or something. It's like, I want to own or maybe even a physical brick and mortar business, like a Zen shop type vibe where it's like, you have crystals, geodes in the corner, and like a smoothie bar with all the organic products, and like a chill Zen lounge, like music playing, and then you can have like different events, like stuff like that. But then it's like, oh, but with this shit going on, it's like, nah, it's not like you can't open a business, but then when you watch other YouTubers, it's like, we gotta get out of fucking the city and get out of everything. It's like, man, like, where does it end? Like, it's like, if we're all gonna move out of the fucking city, then we're not, because there's people that still live there. I don't want to just live in the middle of nature and not do anything, because then you have to pay for shit. That's the whole thing, It's like, I get it, you have to create these things, but I don't like any of that. I don't want to create a course. I don't want to create these certain things. I don't find them fun, and I don't find them. It's not that I don't have anything to teach, but I don't want to teach it in a course. I've seen certain people, and that's their thing. It's like, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do tarot cards or oracle cards. It's like, maybe I don't really have that connection with them. I use the divination tools sometimes, like oracle cards. I have my Lemuria deck, but what is really like, what is my passion? I'm trying, it's like, and then it's cold, and it's like, as much as I go into nature for an hour and a half every day, it's like, it's fucking freezing here, and I can't seem to enjoy anything. Or I enjoy it, but I'm so tired that I can't enjoy it. And then it's like, where do you start with these? It's like, you gotta find somewhere to start. Yeah, that's true, but I am, and it's like, and nothing seems to be going my way, even though I have faith that something's coming. Something's gonna create. But it's like, there's so many different techniques of everything. It's like, well, yeah, what works for you? It's like, well, nothing's fucking working for me. It's like, I'm trying different things as much as I can right now with this fake pandemic going on, and with like just everything in general, like with the shit that's going on with my personal life, but at the same time, the thing that's going on, like the macro and the micro level, like what's going on in the world. You have to be aware of these things, because now we're in like some fucking stay-at-home order. I don't give a shit. It wasn't as clear, and it's like, I'll go outside for walks. You can get exercise. You can walk your dog. It's like, okay, I'll go out and walk my fucking dog, or I'll go out for my walk. That's exercise. Ecotherapy into nature. But it's like, when can I really enjoy everything? I want to enjoy it. I don't want to always be stuck in like a sad state, or just like a state in general of like not enjoying anything. But I wouldn't call it depression. It's like, I wouldn't call it suicidal. It's like, I don't want to die, but I want to live. That is the opposite. It's like, I want to feel. I want to live. I want to feel alive more than ever. And that's what it was the whole time, And after my awakening in psychosis, I was very absorbent to everything that was around me in the spiritual community. And in general, like, I was very internal. I was more shy. I'm still shy. I'm a shy guy. But it's like, well, then there's so much to talk about. This is like a very vulnerable video for myself, It's like, I mean, whoever watches it to this point, or in general, but like, I just want to talk, It's like, there's so much to talk about. There's so much shit that I feel like is so different and so like out there, but at the same time, it's like, what is me? And that's what I'm having troubles getting with, like, what really resonates with me. Because before, I wouldn't have those issues, but I didn't believe in, or I wasn't awakened to my true potential. I was watching, like, Infinite Waters one up, but I was smoking pounds of weed. Like, I was smoking weed every night. I was like, I love him, but I wasn't following through with any of it, because I took on the ideas, but I didn't preach. I preached them, but I didn't practice them, basically. And now, like, I'm doing both. Like, I do this shit. I work out every day. I meditate every day. I eat healthy every day. I go into nature every day, basically. And it's like, but there's something almost unfulfilling about all of it. It's like, what am I supposed to be doing? It's hard to take direction. It is. Like, it's hard to really trust your intuition and follow. Like, when you don't know what it is. Like, I know it's a gut feeling where it's like what you really want to do and I do it. But then nothing really exuberates me. Nothing's exuberant in those feelings. It's not like, yeah, this is awesome, this is fun. And it kind of is when you're present with it or when you're in the moment. But then it's like, was it really? It's like, you got to go so deep into like your psyche and into your mind. It's like, what really do I enjoy? What is really me? And then it's like, okay, we're spiritual beings having a temporary human experience. I get that, I understand this. Like, there's not just this life. But then why do I have to be so fucking connected to everything else? Like, it's like, yeah, we're spiritual, so it doesn't matter. But then what's the point of living then if it doesn't fucking matter? Like, it's like, I get it. It's like, it's good to be aware of that. But it's like, I'm not just gonna fucking make that my whole life. I like finding the truth. I like being a truth seeker. I like enjoying. That's what it is, And I don't do drugs anymore. That was enjoying at the time, but I like having fun. But nothing's fun, It's mundane. It's lethargic still. Not all the time. But kinda, like it's different. It's for sure like a different vibe, not just the energies on the planet, just my personal life. I don't know. But thank you for watching, my friends. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. If you want to subscribe, click. Thank you for watching. If you watched to this point, it's greatly appreciated. Love to hear anything in the comments, your feedback, your opinions, your journeys. I'd love to hear them. Thank you for watching, my friends. Peace, love, and happiness. Spiritual Scott is out of here. Woohoo!